You make me want to have a party so I can hire you. Amazing, amazing. Welcome everybody, good afternoon. Thank you for having me here today. I'm truly honored. When you hear my story, you'll see how far we've come and what a blessing it is to stand up here today and discuss my dream and my story. After graduating college, I had a degree in special education, a degree in elementary ed. I got my minor in psychology for the exceptional child, and I went back and got my master's. I'm from Long Island, New York, so getting a teaching job there is virtually impossible. And I landed myself a job right where I went to school. You'd think that I'd be proud and excited, but instead I felt complacent. I wanted more. I wanted to give more to children that needed it. I decided to move to Hawaii. I didn't want to move out of the country, but I knew that if I moved too close to New York, I'd want my mom and I'd go back. So I got on a plane and basically slept on someone's couch for a while until I got on my feet and I got a teaching job over the phone. I ended up teaching special education. I said, I'll stay for a year, I'll learn more about myself, and then I'm coming home because I'm one of 21 cousins. I'm Irish-Italian. My family was the most important thing to me. You couldn't keep me away. Well, 2 weeks before I was due to get on that plane, I went with a friend to a military ball. And while I'm sitting there eating dinner, this 6'5" blonde soldier comes up to me in uniform and he looks at me and he shakes my hand and he says, I'm Pettit. Oh, I'm Christy. Nice to meet you. He came over again after the ball and he said, are you going out tonight? I said, I have a headache, I'm going home. Okay. I wake up the next morning to the beautiful sunrise on the soccer field, and I played soccer with my team, and I look on the sideline, and there's Pettit. And after the game, he's there, and he says, I'm gonna marry you. I was like, well, that's funny, I'm not getting married, but okay, if that's what you think. Well, long story short, I went back to Hawaii for another year, and he became Special Forces, and that's how I ended up in Fayetteville. He was right, we got married, a beautiful New York wedding. Everything was absolutely amazing. The only thing is that I had just as much of a passion for education and teaching as he did for the military. And as many of you know, a lot of spouses have to give that up in order to follow a military career. And I'm a tourist, and I'm Italian, and I'm from New York, and I'm stubborn, and it wasn't happening. So I started teaching in Fayetteville, and I started teaching special ed in preschool. And I was sitting down and I was all excited asking the teacher, when do we do math? And when do we do literacy? Well, we don't really do that here, we kind of learn through play. And I didn't get it, and I wanted to actually teach. So I got my first job in a public school in Fayetteville. I taught 4th grade, and I taught 5th grade, and I got to move with my kids. And I was super excited, except when I started teaching, I realized my kids couldn't read. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you don't teach in preschool, and now they can't read. I'm going to open an academic-based preschool program. So I went home and I told my husband, I can't do this anymore. I need to start lower. We need to make a difference from the bottom. And he happened to be re-enlisting, and he said, well, here's my bonus. And he handed me over $13,000. And I decided to renovate my garage. And we put in an AC unit and a separate entrance, and it's not a garage. It's very hard to put into words what it looked like, but it was this amazing, beautiful little preschool. I knew nothing about marketing, so I just took my business card and handed it to every parent at Home Depot and Lowe's and everywhere I went. And do you want an education for your child? And I'd love to teach them how to read. And we didn't charge a registration fee because it was just me and I didn't understand why. So this first day it was packed, 8 kids, and I sit down and 1 shows up. And my husband walks in for lunch and I look at him and I just start crying. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how to get it out there. And that was in October. I was 27 years old. And by February, we had a waiting list. And I had morning classes and afternoon classes and Tuesday, Thursday classes and Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. And a year and a half flew by. And the parents said, our kids are reading. They're 4 years old and they're reading and they're doing math and social studies and science. And where do they go from here? We don't know where to send them. So we did our research and we went everywhere, and it just wasn't my vision, it wasn't my mission. And I said, well, I'm not really sure. And they said, well, would you open a kindergarten? It's like, I just spent $13,000 to renovate my garage. Like, how am I gonna do that? And we became that little yellow building on Rayford Road, which used to be the Yellow Finch, and we opened a kindergarten. And every year since then, we've opened a grade through 8th, and now we're finally at that year. We will not be opening a high school, but it's been beautiful to see the vision blossom, because I knew what was missing, and I was able to personally incorporate that. Our class sizes max out at 12. I don't care how long the waiting list is. Our teachers are degreed educators. They're not just certified. They went to school to be teachers. They're passionate about it. We continue to teach the math and the literacy. It's differentiated. We don't purchase a set curriculum. We teach to the child. You'll see kids in the classroom, on the floors, in the computer lounge. We have Spanish and still teach cursive and have PE and do all the fun, amazing things that children should still be able to do. But first and foremost, we're a family. So I know the parents, I know the grandparents. We went from one little student to 264 today, and we got to build our own school. And then again, I said, we're gonna go to 5th. And the parents said, well, where are we gonna send them for middle school? I don't know. Well, we opened a STEM middle school, and our children get a 2-hour hands-on STEM block throughout the day, taught by a F.I.A. from Fayetteville Hospital, along with still getting the social studies, language arts, literacy, computer lab. We have amazing resources. We're doing an expansion next year and putting in a beautiful art program and an amazing new library. But as a testament to how much this school means to me, 3 years ago, my soldier died of a heart attack. And my son and I are still here, and we're still standing strong for F.I.A. because I made that dedication to my 264 students, and there is nowhere for them to go. And my son deserves the education that those kids got. Today he's in kindergarten and flourishing and reading on a 1st grade level and walking into school comfortable, happy, and confident. And this grant has just saved so many families. We have parents crying on the couch every day. We've been waiting to be here. We've wanted to be here so long, and we are so thankful to have this opportunity. So wherever that comes from and the amazing things you guys do, you truly are helping families beyond measure. We have about 42 opportunity scholarship parents and families at our school, and it just does amazing things. And I'm so thankful to be able to share my story and to be here in your community making a difference. So thank you for inviting me today.